Yellow, everyone. Alex here, back with probably, at least I assume, the final part of my Jensen Stories playthrough for Deus Ex Mankind Divided. And last time we got close, but didn't have time to do it, like to the tail end of A Criminal Past, where I found Guerrero in solitary confinement, and it was kind of a chore to get to there because of the battle between the inmates and the penthouse prison guards. And we ended up finding some new revelations along the way, such as the fact that the reason why inmates were getting killed and mysteriously disappearing was because Stanger, the warden, was setting inmates up to be killed and then harvesting them in a black market organ harvesting ring, specifically for augmented. And we found out what happened to that one guy that everyone was like was off put for getting killed. We found his body in the infirmary, where his heart had been removed and sent to a basement chop shop. And the fixer, of course, ended up being involved. And now we're trying to get Guerrero out of here, because it turns out he had been undercover 2 years just to find out that's what happened. That's what I kind of like about these stories in Deus Ex. Like, they start off thinking, oh, it's about this thing, only as you delve deeper you find out there's quite the Dante's Inferno of stuff happening behind that have been going on for a while. So it's been an enjoyable DLC, even if it is a bit restrictive, but I think that was the point, really, because you're in a prison, you have to blend in, and due to its policies, you're kind of restricted from doing as much as you would like. And also, in a way, it kind of reminds me of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay from years ago, to that extent, being in a sci-fi prison where you have to fight your way or deal your way from one level to the next. Only it's not as graphic and messed up as Butcher Bay, but still, kind of can't help but be reminded of it. I need to finish that game, by the way. And also, I need to make an apology, because, I went a little too long into my streaming last night, and, me with my goddamn voice, I ended up, causing a bit of a, tension between me and my old man, and, we had a bit of a conflict, and of course, I hated that he kept coming in and interrupting, but on the other hand, it's also kind of I have to, own up for the fact that I kind of acted a little childish. So, yeah, I'd like to burn that bridge and hope it never happens again. And hopefully I can manage my time better, because I got the loud voice of my mother's side of the family. So hope y'all can forgive me there and let it be old news, and let's see how far we go till we finish this thing. So, load game. So, we found Guerrero. We found what was happening to, what was his name? Wilberg? I think that was his name. Housefather. What kind of a name is that? Housefather. That was somebody's last name. I find a lot of last names for some people to be weird. Like that one. And Good Kind. And some other ones like No disrespect, I just find the names weird. I mean, it's no Marcus Aurelius or Thaddeus Tiberius or something. Okay, now I'm talking like silly, but you know what I mean, right? You ever hear somebody's name and you're like, what kind of a name is that? Like seriously, Housefather? That's like naming somebody like Castle Emperor or something. I am Arthur K. Castle King or something. Ugh. Oh my god. Okay, so where am I going? I'm either going downstairs or upstairs.
Riot response team. We've been authorized to end this riot by any means necessary. All inmates are to surrender immediately. Any inmates who do not comply will be met with lethal force.
Before I go down there, let me check the way that was over here where the chop shop was. Yeah, and this was where we found Wilburg's heart, and there's the heart right there, all bloody. Teddy bear that I already searched. Or, excuse me, fox. It's a fox. Seriously, Fixer, you called your fox Teddy. Why would you call him that? Okay, so this is another way out, I think. There's a mine. Pathfinder. So I found a way back. Okay, so this is how I circled back. I had to come in. So yeah, last time I ended up finding a door right here, or at least I thought it was. But yeah, this is another way to get back in here. What's on the other side? Anything over here? Probably not. Wait a minute. An augmentation thingamajig. Okay, so there is a reason. So there is a reason to come back here. Well, I never found the revolver, so I can't blow away the drones.
This is the Arizona State Riot Response Team. We've been authorized to end this riot by any means necessary. All inmates are to surrender immediately. The inmates who do not comply will be met with lethal force.
I don't have my new augmentations due to opting for the before mankind divided tree, so I can't hack them like I would have in the main game. Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking mines. Why mines? I hate mines.
This is the Arizona Arizona State Riot Response Team. You've been authorized to end this riot by any means necessary. All inmates are to surrender immediately. Inmates who do not comply will
Okay. Save.
put down your weapons. Surrender.
Weapons.
Go back to your cells. No shame in self-preservation.
Okay, so the drones do cycle up and down, so... Or nope, they fly all the way over here. Okay, so I wanted to scope the area because I found a praxis point. So let's see if there's anything else hidden out here before I go run back to the secret door. Shit. You know what? Maybe I should just blow them up. I should have held on to my damned assault rifle. But then for whatever reason I thought, you know, just switch up for the shotgun so I can use EMP rounds. But now I'm like... I've completely overthought and screwed myself up weapon-wise, so shows what I know. Yep, I should have held on to it. I'm a fool, a foolish fool.
All COs unite themselves with the nearest riot response agent and
Well, fuck it.
You're confused.
Ugh.
Focus on your memories, Adam.
You're damn right I'm confused. I should have held on to my damned rifle. But no, I kept changing my mind, and as a result, I've screwed myself. And I couldn't turn off the robots because I didn't have enough points to invest into turning off the drones back in the computers upstairs. So, yeah, I am very confused.
All COs should ID themselves to the nearest riot response agent and
No hostile activity detected. Continuing cautious patrol.
That off.
Continuing cautious patrol.
Okay, so far they're not looking at me, which is strange. Look at that. The mine isn't even attached to the rock. What the hell? Glitchy McGlitches.
surrendering means dropping your weapon, putting your hands behind your head, getting on the ground, or returning to your cell.
Okay, so far this has gone better. Now, where's that praxis point? No, 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 no! I hate mines. They're the only other thing besides dogs that are annoying. Yeesh. What? No points for disarming the mine? Boo. No, no, no! Damn it. Don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me.
No shame in self-preservation.
Don't look at me. And back in here. Oh, crafting parts that I missed. Okay, he opens the door. And now we're back in here. There's Wilberg. He found his heart down in the secret chop shop. Organ harvesting operation. A hand dryer. I love how meticulously they really did everything.
This is Teddy's time now. You shouldn't be talking to me. You should talk to him.
He should be named Foxy, because that's what he is. Oh, I want to sell. Game always slows down there for whatever reason. Anything I want to buy. I'll buy one biocell. Pistol, EMP. No, I've been pretty miserly with my EMP. So I don't really need to buy any from him. I wish I had more for the machine gun, though. I should have held on to my combat rifle. Shut down the tracking system. And disable the anti-aircraft turrets. Huh. That hurt. That hurt. That fucking hurt. Huh. An area I haven't been to yet. Diesel generator. No, I can't turn it off. I can't turn it off. And the only other thing that was in the game was a silly puzzle that, honestly, I mean, I looked up the results and, well, everyone says it's super easy. Well, I couldn't figure it out. I mean, I was able to figure out the Resident Evil 2 puzzles just fine, but then there's others where I'm like, like, I can... You ever have that distinction where some puzzles, you figure it out just as well, yet there's others where, you know, there's puzzles where people say it's hard, but you're able to figure it out, but then there's ones that others say is easy, but you can't figure it out because you just can't grasp it. Yeah, that was the puzzle that this game had last time, trying to get Guerrero out. Ow. They were gambling down here. Nothing. Why are the boxes so sensitive? Another hydro pump. Aw, someone's kid's drawing. I don't have the rifle, but I'll take it. Just in case. Stun gun is nice. Another multi-tool is nice. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nope.
You see that? Taking a quick look. What was that?
My vision gets all fogged up from having taken the second pill. Praxis kits. Don't need the alcohol nor the sniper bullets. Wait a minute, that's not Praxis kits. Stop software. They look very similar, don't they? The stop worms and the Praxises. Oh, would you look at that? Another way. Cactuses. Nice tree. It's no white Gondor tree, but a tree nonetheless. Okay, so this is the standoff. The inmates are in there, cops are over here, and we're in the cops building. Or prison guards, not cops. Gas grenade could come in handy. I never used the gas grenade at all in the main game. Like, I had it on me for like the longest time, and I just completely forgot about it. Because I got so addictive to just saving everything. Because this is one of those games where every item you find is like precious. Like it's not exactly Resident Evil survival horror precious or anything, but they pretty much treat everything like it's the most precious thing in the world, so you don't run out of it. Revolver ammo. Well, the revolver's definitely more powerful than the assault rifle, that's for sure. But I haven't found any revolvers yet. Well, I have enough points, so I might as well upgrade my inventory to compensate. I'll leave it as is. CAO, huh? Shotgun. Grenade. There's a revolver. Nice. Now I can take out drones with ease. I mean, the armor-piercing rounds on the assault on the combat rifle is great and all, but the revolver is far more powerful. More immediate results. Go ahead, Penthouse. Make my day. That was terrible. I couldn't find a matching thingamajig to go with it. You know, I personally wish we could upgrade the revolver to look like how it did in Revolution, where it had the extra armor casings and stuff all over it. But on the flip side, I do like the all black frame that it has. Okay. Wait a minute, there's a rifle. No, I don't have the hollow sight. But hey, at least but it is what it is. Okay, everything's loaded up. 29 versus 51. Two gases. It's all foggy because I took that second pill. Liking the music. For some reason it kind of gives me Max Payne 3 vibes because of the bow right sound. I should probably save so that way I don't end up walking from one end of the continent to the other. Sorry, ma'am.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Not satisfied with this one.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Okay, got a bunch of loot.
Access granted.
A lot of digital loot. No need for audit of the financials. Updated forms. Congratulations on getting married. Must have loved Hawaii. Welcome to employees. Mostly meaningless bullshit, but hey, at least it gives me points. Another ebook, huh? Dating a correctional officer. Buzz Fred. Like BuzzFeed, but Fred. And by the way, BuzzFeed is is pretty much to news what Al-Qaeda is for freedom fighters. Horrible journalists. Level of crazy will not come close to the level of crazy they deal with every day. Chances are they have a couple of prison riots under their belt, so they won't panic in emergency situations. Yeah. The crazy part will not come close to the level of crazy they deal with. They know how to listen because their life depends on it. They are taught to deal with problems immediately, so don't expect anything to be bottled up. Experience with handcuffs, if you're into that. They're experienced with strip searches, if you're into that too. Get the respect of being a cop, but don't have the serve and protect hero complex. At party, they will always have the best work-related stories. Concern about the mentally unstable inmates admitted to our facility. The latest was Jeremiah Caldwell. Oh, we saw his name a while ago. Caldwell was a developer of faulty neural network technology. Yeah, we saw his name in an ebook, I think. Not questioning the courts to hold him criminally responsible. I'm questioning our capacity to effectively meet his mental needs. Man convinced nothing here is real. Somewhere out there, the real Caldwell is strapped in and dreaming or nightmaring the rest of us into existence. Worse is he's trying to convince others. So he's convinced he's in the Matrix, more or less. Hi, Daddy. Miss you. Mommy says you're coming next week. Is she right? Lori. Files to new system. Oh, would you look at that? Ah. Different hand. Langdon assault. You're gonna end things with me over a fucking email? Don't contact me or my sister or my friends ever again. Oh, sounds like a relationship that took a bad turn. Gutierrez. Alana. I think we saw her name already in one of the computers.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Going forward with the divorce, I can't forgive you. Told you not to take the job out there because I knew it would be the end of us. Thought it'd be your attitude towards August would do it. Never imagined you'd cheat. So Miss Lana is dumping her current husband because he cheated on her and took a job in a post that was not going to work for them. Yeesh. Guess it's not just the inmates having problems. Three inmates completing their sentences this week. Social event schedule. Make your own pizza night. Really? Barbecue. Oh, the window's already fogged. Maybe it was a bad idea to take that, that second pill after all. I don't know. All the foggy screenings is kind of putting a downer. Family of Paul Shumlin, who died 2 months ago, is requesting a copy of his possession list. Infraction report. Nathan something something. Ouchies. That has got to hurt.
Closing out the search.
I wanted to get him. So, what, did some augmented prisoner come in and bash this woman's face in? Poor thing. Like, come on, she didn't even look like a guard or anything, just a regular civilian. Unless there's more to it, which I wouldn't be surprised. Lauren Amaya. Stuart Hinterland. He's been 3 months since I released him, and I wanted to give you a little update. Haven't touched a drop of alcohol. It's amazing how clear your mind gets when there's no poison in it. Been right along. I was lying to myself about my situation. Need to trust my gut. Weeks being out, I met my current girlfriend. She's an ex-con with an addiction problem too. We have a lot in common, helping her out with her taco truck. Nice to be outside eating amazing food. From Stuart. Mandatory addiction counseling. Plant for A to 16. Just because, along the lines of, and I quote to the best of my memory, because we're called the penthouse doesn't mean we're an actual fucking hotel. Christ on a bike. How about I shit on a plant pot and let him run that water, and let him water that? The sun never shines up there, so it shouldn't be that just what the doctor ordered. Devil calls a shot and tells me to fire them. Inmate Friedman wasn't happy with the news that we won't be providing him with a plant in his cells. He requested no sunlight inside the cells, but he's surprisingly knowledgeable. Could you talk about Mr. Stenger again? Why the hell would we let these felons have access to information like the facility's finances? Worthmuller's a special case. You aren't a running rehabilitation center. The warden mentioned you recommended the inmate Worthmuller to be set up in the infirmary. William Curtis serving a 10-year sentence for tax evasion. Didn't see any dirt as to why she would get killed. If anything, it's probably just a casualty of the breakout, which is kind of sad.
What was that?
Yeah. Probably should have just waited. That back.
That's me. Standard is standard. Oh, give me a fucking break. Over there. Be careful.
I give up.
Heading back to patrol.
What was that?
You go first.
Come on. Walk over here.
You catch that?
Okay, that went better than before. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go up on the ceiling. Okay, now it's not taking me up like it did last time. Okay, now we're good. Yeah. Shut down tracker system. She ended up in the path of the camera. I thought I could get her when the camera was looking over her, but nope. Triangles, triangles, and yellow everywhere.
Did you see that?
Do the stealth and take down maneuver. I thought I could come in from the side. I thought she'd be napping, but no, she's awake. It's hard to tell when they have helmets on. Then again, I don't think why would she be asleep with all that's happening? So, my fault for lacking common sense in this regard, I suppose. Pocket secretary. Heads up, PW for elevator access to the roof. See the security console control the doors and the cameras. To make those clank fuckos regret the day they were born.
Access granted.
That went smoothly. Turn off the turret. Unfortunately, it does not control the camera. Are you kidding me? Someone saw me. Mother freaking hover. I can't do nothing in this game. I don't want to see the fat redhead with piercings. Keep him away from me. He doesn't even have tattoos in game. Now I think a bit about it. Do this again, even though I shouldn't, and
Trace program
great.
initiated. Access granted.
Wasted a stop worm that I didn't need to waste before. Okay, save again. Can't go 5 feet without saving. you shitting me? I can't do nothing in this friggin' game. Stop showing me Porky Pig over here. Game. Frickin' redheaded Porky Pig. I don't want to see him. Elevator. Okay, who saw me this time? What the fuck? I can't do anything. I keep getting seen for no reason. It's pissing me off. Is because she's seen what the person that I knocked out through the window? Is that why she's freaking out? Seriously, the AI in Deus Ex is fucking precognitive. I'm gonna wait till she comes back so I can knock her out with my trusty trank rifle. Ugh. Okay, here she comes. She was approaching too fast and too close. Couldn't risk it. Finish combing the place before I go use the elevator. Another boardroom, only nicer than the last one. That was all topped over. Okay, who commented? Who commented? Yellow. Algo things. Okay. Future might want to take just seeing incoming messages. Come see me. Great time yesterday. Going to CWA Con. Correctional Workers of America Convention. Really? There's a convention for that? Oh my god, they'll make a convention for anything these days. Hell, they practically name holidays out of anything these days. During the last movie, I had to adjust several desks to accommodate employee needs. Cleanliness is everyone's business. Yep, we definitely understand that part. I'm gonna go clean house downstairs. No vents here. Ah, I love the Tranq rifle. They seriously improved the tranquilizer rifle from Human Revolution. It's so good. I mean, it's still useful in Human Revolution. Oh, no, 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 no! Ugh. Damn it. But until you got the rifle upgraded with the tracker augmentation, which made aiming so much better with it, then it was kind of a hassle to use. Because you had to, like, try to aim well with it, and it was kind of spotty. But once you got it figured out, it became probably the best weapon to knock people out, other than the stun gun and the PEPS launcher. Even then, the PEPS launcher I barely used because, for whatever reason, there were times in the Human Revolution where, for whatever reason, it didn't register correctly. You know how people ended up, like if you dropped them like too high or too hard a certain way, well, they croak. So far they seem to have fixed that with this one. Granted, I have not used the PEPS launcher yet due to having neglected to give myself that upgrade, but I can only assume. This is where I was. Nice break room. Almost house. What the heck is this? What's this? Doesn't look like it fell from something. It looks like it's built into the floor. What post-modern art disaster is that? Whoa. Elevator shaft looks a little on the deep side. Huh. Alrighty then. Well, not much, no points or anything, so I'll just get to where I need to go. And where am I going exactly? Transport tracking system, and then disable the anti-aircraft turret. management.
I used to work in a factory. This is my first time around heavy equipment.
You sure you can handle that thing?
It's hard to make a fast getaway.
Aw.
It's fun as fuck.
Poor girl.
Shoot my ass by mistake, okay?
Relax.
Commandeered the heavy weapons, have you? Thanks for the case file. Wallace is experiencing psychological issues. Wallace blamed the killing of the incident, but the court found him guilty of first-degree premeditated. Smelling bullshit. Inmate McRonagan is contesting his parole status. Prelim search, he says he's got another 2 years to go. XOS, XO, it's your birthday, another birthday, more birthdays. Someone's a little on the too chipper on this office.
Better get out of my way.
Civilian? Oh, don't tell me they lined them all up to die. That's just going too far, man. They lined them up and shot them. Okay.
Cooped up here too long.
This riot has gone a little out of control. Library book policy. Restricted. Potential to create controversy or incite violence. Extremism. Augmented racial and cultural hate group ideologies. Themes of permitted. Themes of tolerance. Moral choices. Agriculture, art, astronomy, animals, biology, current events, air science, electronics, dictionaries, fiction, geology, history, language instruction, mathematics, marine biology, medical, meteorology, music, nature, poetry, politics, philosophy, physics, puzzles, sports, social studies, and religion. Oh, and books to further restrict. You say militant religious ideologies. Well, I also recommend putting the Communist Manifesto on the restricted list. That one's practically the Bible of modern-day problems as is.
I don't think I should be out by myself.
Fuck.
Barbara. Morning. I don't think the inmates should care, but I'll save just in case.
I understand what needs to be done now.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
They're getting a little more calm.
Budget. Problem with another employee. Had a thing, but broke it off. He won't stop harassing me.
No.
Failed theater director.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Parole hearing for Theodore Zenga has been reviewed and rejected. Hearing request.
Come on, this way.
Hacking system is right there. Nothing in here? Really? Nothing in here. Well, that's surprising. There's usually stuff in these side rooms. Orion instant messaging. So your mom really think it'd be safer to live with us? I'll talk to her. Traumatized by the incident. Alarm went off. Doesn't go off all the time. Empty beds. We're mine again. That sounded creepy. I don't know, something about it. Just seems like what are you, Shang Tsung or something?
Fuck.
Well, it seems they stormed the joint and managed to get in regardless of the opposition.
Things are getting a little more calm.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Another multi-tool. Revolver again. What do you mean crafting parts are filled? Yeah. Fine. I'll upgrade the inventory again. No, I don't want the shotgun. Get rid of the shotgun. I don't need the shotgun. Security.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
May has paperwork. Needs signing. Names are important. Please review and respect our policy regarding nomenclature. Inmate Quail. Dr. Yang by Inmate Quail asks the COs refrain from wearing sunglasses. Oh yeah, it's the guy that has a sunglasses issue.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
Turn off. Oh, we got something. S 3 E C U R 3 S Y S. No. T 3 M. Ooh, that's... Huh. That's all I have left.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
This seems like a pretty important office. How much you want to bet this is Stanger's office? Daniel Bowery, the vacillating lover. Try to make our marriage work because he found out about us. So, twisting hair, long hair, and light bun. It is what it is about him. Blah blah blah. It's a romance novel, and apparently about a cheating couple. It's one of those tawdry romances where they cheat. Like, really? Lie? Cheat? I never understood this. Yep, we are in his office. Great news, Tom. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Think we should hold off on filing another TBI. Hard to justify. The end of years is going to be a problem. Got evidence from the tech department hacked into the drone. Don't think the zoo animals are going to like us arresting him, so I'll have extra guys on duty to remind them who's in charge. Only confirm Maya was there when the terminal was accessed. It's not a smoking gun. No way we can know who hacked the Sentry. Good work for noticing and reporting Maya's access to automated security. That and proof of the Sentry being hacked, we've got all we need. I think it's safe to say Maya was behind Wilbur's murder. Appreciate trying to speed things up on your end, but it's been nearly 2 months since the original retransfer request was made. Worth Muller absolutely requires careful monitoring, needs specific and secure care for his sake. A lot of red tape this end. Huh. Ah, secret button. And a vault. Stanger's key card. But I can't open it. I need to find Stanger's key card, which is probably on him. How much you want to bet? We're probably gonna run into Stanger at some point. What's this elevator go to? Seems general purpose. Howdy. The warden's assistant.
Huh. I've been cooped up here too long.
Yeah, I'm here. What? Just talk to whoever you need to make it happen and call me back. I'm done with waiting. Hey, new shine. Ain't this a surprise?
And there's Flossie.
Looks like you're celebrating.
Sure am. And I deserve it. You think anyone else could have pulled this off? Got the brothers to come together, take this place for our own.
So the king emerges. Couldn't have been easy.
Nothing worth it ever is. Would have been harder if you hadn't made that delivery to Red Shoes. Now I owe you one, new shine.
I don't like being used.
Oh, come on. You got what you wanted, so did I. Everything worked out just fine. Maybe some grudges got settled along the way, so what? Change is always painful. Or do you have a problem with the way I do things?
Well, considering, Flossie, you just left a bunch of dead civilians rounded up and shot in the head, yeah. I don't know if I want to go with understanding or angry. Because, well, on one hand, I get what he's doing, but on the other hand, he's kind of, he's taking it a little too far, if you get my drift, so... I don't know which. I don't want to blow my cover, so I'll go with understanding.
You had to make a show of force, I get that. Sometimes it's the only way to get people to pay attention.
Yeah, that's right. It was the only way. Life is ups and downs, brother. Ups and downs. And I plan on staying up this time. So, you need something? I'll help if I can.
I need access to the transport's tracking system. It's here in the warden's office.
Go right ahead and do whatever you need, brother. I'm just waiting on my interview.
Should find the warden.
Yeah, where is the warden?
The warden's office is all yours, Moonshine. How long is this gonna take?
Patsy Perkins. Override update confidential. Well, I'll give the personnel of the penthouse this. They have a nice view.
This is fun, but I'd still rather be getting out of here.
You know, if they just let us have a few little perks, this never would have happened.
2027.
Should find him.
I ain't hanging up. Someone talk to me, damn it.
Concern for the rise of the mentally unstable inmates admitted into our facility. Already read that one. From you receive and assess your weekly medical report. Food poisoning. 20% of inmates suffered from food poisoning. Rhinovirus strain.
Who owes me credits?
Huh.
Hello?
Rhinovirus.
Someone talk to me, damn it. I don't believe this.
Disengage.
These hog fuckos are tearing my prison apart. You think I got time for this?
Yes, but no. Mr. Mejia said that I should.
Mejia said. God damn it, Ward. I told you to stay out of the hole.
Yes, you did. It's Mr. Mejia. He...
What are you telling me? Mejia's here? Get in there. Go.
Investigate the infirmary.
So, when you saw Stenger and Worthmuller arguing on the security monitor, it sounded like Guerrero might be there. But didn't he say he was going to the tower to reroute the flight path? Why would he go to the infirmary?
I had the same question, Doctor. Guerrero was obviously hiding something, but I needed to take a trip to the infirmary if I wanted to know what it was.
Okay, so we are rerouting back to the infirmary.
Should find the warden.
The warden's office is all yours,
Moonshine. Oh, them and the nicknames. Another poor dead officer. How much you want to bet the majority of them were ignorant of the whole organ harvesting? Yeah, I was definitely not gonna finish it this DLC last night. What's going on is pretty lengthy, like I thought.
Tower, still looking. Over.
Another restricted access card. They're all so careless with their cards. No wonder they deserve to get rioted with how careless they've been with their cards. Well, minus the death toll, of course. It's over here. Well, I can't... Well, I can't move it, because I don't have the strength. Wait a minute. Don't I have some praxises? Whatever. Okay, this is the outside area of the... So this is the front courtyard. Nice trees. Reminds me of the White Tree of Gondor in Lord of the Rings.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
I need to read the rest of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Granted.
I read Fellowship in middle school, but I never got around to reading the other books. Shit.
You're confused.
Focus
on
why?
Your memories, Adam.
Mines.
Tell me what you remember.
Why? Mines. I hate mines. Yeah, dogs will hound your ass like they were super powered. Mines just unknowingly walk in front of them and you don't even know until it's too late.
So, when you saw Stenger and Worthmuller arguing on the security monitor, it sounded like Guerrero might be there. But didn't he say he was going to the tower to reroute the flight path? Why would he go to the infirmary?
I had the same question, Doctor. Guerrero was obviously hiding something, but I needed to take a trip to the infirmary if I wanted to know what it was.
Do this again. Oh, biocell that I missed. So it's not all bad.
What the?
Ugh. Junkyard. The Black Ops. No, not Black Ops. The Black Market organization that Stenger is actually a part of.
So, when you saw Stenger and Worthmuller arguing on the security monitor, it sounded like Guerrero might be there. But didn't he say he was going to the tower to reroute the flight path? Why would he go to the infirmary?
I had the same question, Doctor. Guerrero was obviously hiding something, but I needed to take a trip to the infirmary if I wanted to know what it was.
What the?
The disabled mine.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Okay. That is done, so let me save so I don't have to do any of that again. Ugh.
Shockwaves this week by claiming he had lost everything on your side.
Quiet patrol's a good patrol. Nothing here. Keep moving.
Gonna wait for it to come back.
Tower, still looking. Over. Looks clear, right?
Okay, what's in this office? Nuke virus, that's always nice. Madeline Besser. 3 minutes, a call should be fine. Natural Wade Resorts vacation package.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Battle rifle I don't need. I feel like I've been in here before. I think because I have. Or maybe not. It all looks new. Ah. Switch is dead. so... Nah, I think this is a new building that I haven't been to yet. Oh, same code. Zoe Genkolo. My son is currently incarcerated in prison. Who do I speak to about visitations? When I was in Yuma, I could see him every week. Now I can't. Yeah, they moved him so they could probably extract it and harvest his organs. That's probably why. Planning a visit next week. Eye care plan changes. Oh, he got splayed right there. Hey. They're all guarding the building from outside there when they should be in here, when already inmates are upstairs. What? Okay. Like, seriously, you got inmates up there, and you're all guarding that one spot. It's in here you should be worried about. Did I already come in here? I feel like I have. I know I have. Yeah, I did come in here earlier. Should I take a chance and knock them out? Let's see. I'll try it. Nice. That worked out wonderfully. Wow, he did not even see what happened. What a moron. Well, that went off pretty well, I have to admit. Nice fountain. I'm a sucker for water fountains and fireplaces, especially if there's something clever. Like, you see those fountains in malls or wherever where it's like a wall panel and it's all ingrained with a pattern in the inside and all lit up and whatnot. I like those. Biocell that he had on him. And another one. Okay. Nuke virus that he had on him for some reason.
They're up to something.
First location cautiously.
All inmates must cease and desist all aggressive behavior.
Well, they're fighting in here again. Okay, that didn't work.
You didn't die, Adam.
So,
Think back and focus. Tell me everything.
so Stanger came back with reinforcements. That would explain a lot. Again, without screwing it up again. Trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. Ugh. Oh, what's in here? Gardening supplies. Well, I guess we know where they keep their gardening supplies now. Okay. Proper save this time.
Put down your weapons.
infirmary is where again? Bottom floor. I really don't like how, for whatever reason, it always shows the here when I should be saying right here. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it kind of... But then again, they did lay out the map, so at the very least, I know where I'm going.
For your own safety, return to your cells immediately.
I either want to go through there or go... Don't understand what reset means. Stanger? He killed him. What the hell?
Rendering means dropping your weapon, putting your hands behind your head, getting on the ground, or returning to your cell.
What the heck happened? Fixer killed Stanger. How much you want to bet? Listen up, Tommy boy. You know how this works. Put on your show and swing your dick as much as you like, but don't forget who's actually in charge here. Who we take is my call, but we do it. How we do it is yours. Stick to the list, follow my orders, and everyone is happy. Chop chop, sunshine. Junkyard's waiting. To Oscar. Is this serious? Why aren't we going after the flossy fucker? He's worth thousands. Who's going to miss him? Jeff Scott, augmentations, Coiden, global cybernetic leg, prosthesis, cybernetic arm, Cassius Harper, Toscani, cybernetic arm, Carmine, Dwayne Bell, do not touch, Frederick, Flossie, or Ian Wilberg. Well, they got Wilberg. Another point of interest. How much you want to bet that the Fixer murdered him?
So now Stenger had been murdered. Did you think Guerrero was responsible?
When I saw Stanger arguing with Worthmuller on the security feed, he implied that Guerrero might have been there. If that was true, it meant either one of them could have done it. What was sure was that Guerrero had been lying to me. The orders I'd found on Stanger's body clearly showed he was pulling the strings for the harvesting operation all along.
He was either Fixer or Guerrero. Could have been both of them, really. But according to the game, Guerrero's been involved the whole time. The head of the snake. Elevator. Where was the elevator again? Found it. Well, we snuck through. We went and scoped his office before, so we found his card.
Is beyond the legal jurisdiction of any government. Assuredly anonymity. Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be the best secure
Revolver.
Well, look who it is. Junkyard's rising star, huh? You messed with the wrong family this time, Mejia. Vinny Garbage told me about Gina. So
Vinny Garbage.
Kill? Who cares? More people than you know. Gina was untouchable. I'm surprised you're admitting it was you.
Problem needs solving. I solve it. That includes shutting people up who can't keep quiet. You understand me?
Is that a threat?
What do you think?
You can't touch me in here, remember? You're riding high now. But once I pull a few strings, you'll be out of Junkyard for good.
Yeesh. So Stanger was running the organ harvesting. Well, it looks like his little career got cut short because it looks either Guerrero or the Fixer killed him, and the last person we saw with Stanger was the Fixer. But according to this, Guerrero's been involved the whole time. And he's been palling it up with the junkyard organ harvesters. So what? He fucked a correctional officer or somebody named Gina? Eh. Well, it's even got a laser sight and everything.
That recording you found was pretty damning against Guerrero, wouldn't you say?
Didn't sound good. If I understood what I'd heard correctly, he had more than enough motive to kill Wilberg. Guerrero had some explaining to do. But if I didn't do what was needed to ensure the escape, neither of us were going to make it back to Interpol.
So the conspiracy deepens. That revolver looks like it's upgraded, so I'm gonna drop this one and pick up that one. Well, look at that. It's got a laser sight attached to it and everything. Alrighty then. So what's the objective now? Disable the turrets.
Where's that asshole who owes me credits?
The warden's office is all yours, Lieutenant.
Okay, so we combed out the office and everything else.
I think I should be out by myself.
Time to go back downstairs and head back into the other building. Crisscross, crisscross. We've gone from one home base to the next. Now I need to find a way down.
I understand what you've done now.
Just relax. Everything's taken care of.
Cafeteria. already been in there. Okay. How do you even walk through this hall right here with that wall coming down on you? That is just abominable architecture. I mean, I get the windows. I mean, I get the windows covering over the natural rock face. That I like. Okay, so where are we going in relation to the turrets? Over there, it says. To the elevator. Yeah, elevator to where? That's the question. And this place is guarded, so... Windows... Okay.
Nothing here. Keep moving.
Just keep moving.
Local scan completed. Maintaining cautious patrol mode.
I think I got them.
What you do now will determine whether you're a survivor or a casualty.
The streamer brought up an interesting question, and since I haven't bothered to come up with anything else to talk about today, we might as well address it. Dear friend, long-time listener, first-time asker, geez, what is this now?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
What percentage of augmentation of a person ceased to be considered?
Shut that camera off.
Question, and I don't know if anyone's ever bothered to think about it. I do know there are some people with minimal or non-visible augmentations who, after the old massacre last year, are trying to distance themselves from the guilt. These so-called minor augs claim that most of the damage and death and utter fucking destruction.
Well, nothing for drones. All the inmates that were here, dead. Ellen McGuire. Ignore Kevin. For visits, social media. Let my batteries recharge. I gotta give the DLC some credit, though,
Waiting to do this for the last
in
2
limiting your in a lot of your augmentative options. You're kind of forced to use some of your other equipment, which I wasn't able to do. Like, I only maybe used the EMP pistol like once. Everything else I just hacked through.
Quiet patrol's a good patrol.
Not the case this time.
Do the right thing. Surrender and go back to your cell in a calm and orderly manner.
Processing area. How do I open up the processing area? Processing. That did it. I closed the door for whatever reason. I can't remember what I did with that hollow sight. I dumped it. Yeah, I dumped it because I initially thought I was going to need the shotgun, but then I changed my mind, and I've since changed my mind again, so Lord knows where it is. Okay. Go turn off the turrets.
What the fuck are you doing here, Johnson?
Oh, no.
It wasn't Johnson. What the hell was it? Johansson!
There's no need for any trouble. I just want to use the elevator.
You do, huh? Well, ain't that a fucking shame? See, this is my elevator now.
Wow.
No, it isn't. Look, just let me use it and I'll be on my way.
This is where I shit, asshole.
What?
Now get out of here and find your own fucking elevator.
You realize bathrooms exist, right? Anything I could do about this guy?
I said get lost, Jefferson. Nah, that ain't right. Jensen, now fucking go bother someone else or I'll kick your ass, you weasel. What's wrong with you? I told you, get the fuck out of here, Jensen. Jensen! Adam fucking Jensen, yes! I remember. You just can't leave me alone, huh? Okay, Robo-Pig. That's it. Let's dance.
He finally gets it.
Oh.
Knocked his fat ass the fuck out. Oh, that was funny. Okay, I'm sure there was an alternate way to do that, but I want to check. Is there anything else? D-Town, Deus Ex. I have a feeling I could have just taken this. Nah, it doesn't look like I could. Ugh. I had a feeling we'd run into him at some point, but I didn't know when. And who'd have thought he'd be using the elevator as his own private bathroom? Okay. So there really isn't any alternatives to doing anything other than just to talk to him two more times and then knock him out when he finally remembers my name. Correctional officer. Oh, it's a woman, and he shot her right in the head with a revolver. Roof access, observation, or landing pad. Let's see. Was I already in observation? I want to say yes. Yup. I think I was. Ah, this was the top floor of the same room. Well, I'll be damned. That's quite the view, if I do say so myself. Cool. Shit, drones. Drones and walkers. Ugh. I hate getting the intruder. I'm thinking of just blowing them up. Unless there's a way I can shut them all down and not have to worry about wasting ammo. Not that I'll probably need it, since I'm very close to the end of the game. Yes, yes, yes. Deal with Fatso.
I said
Jefferson.
You gotta be.
Ugh. I love it when I do that. Roof access again. Jefferson. Oh, he is really not good with names, is he? Save. How much you want to bet that's where we do it? Where we shut everything off? Well, there's an ATST right over there. Well, he's definitely more mobile than Ed 209, that's for sure. Or maneuverable, or whatever the word. Sniper rifle. There's the control. And we had found the password a long time ago, so won't be that hard. Cameras. It won't turn off any of those down there, so we gotta go and do it the hard way, I guess. Do you feel lucky? Hey, Ed209, I read your latest upgrade file. It says you're shit out of luck. Oh, I love the revolver. It's so good. It was my favorite weapon in the last game, and it's still my favorite weapon even in this game. Look at that. I could have just done the hacking.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Well, they're dead, so not that it matters. Disable.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Manual override.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access Access granted.
And that's number 2.
So, with both the tracking system and the turrets shut down, you just needed to get to the landing pad, is that right?
You've got the report right in front of you, Doctor. Why don't you tell me?
I'd rather hear it from you.
Oh, the sass. Another ebook, Natural Way Resort Vacations, delight-free, affordable vacation packages at 100% free free luxury resorts in the Aruba, Bermuda, Jamaica, Key Largo, Martinique, Montego Bay, Montserrat, and Port-au-Prince. Sounds like fun. I'd much prefer going to Tahiti or something. Now, Tahiti, now that's where I'd like to vacation, in one of those open water reef bungalow houses or whatever it is. Don't know what this is.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Is the laser for upstate, for up there? I think it is. Yeah, it's for upstairs. So I could have just hacked, had I known, I could have just gone over here and turned off the robots without having to waste any bullets, but you know what? I haven't blown up anything, so Trigger Fisher's finger was itchy, and they're not living targets. So, makes sense. Alright. Are you kidding me? It's the save bug. It's the save bug. Ugh. Save bug. Fucking save bug. Well, I'm about done with it anyway, so it's not like it matters anymore at this point. They really, really should have patched this blasted save bug. Inexcusable.
Sorry, Wart. Should have done this a long time ago.
What the hell is going on, Mejia?
Walters. We got a problem. Worthmuller knows who we are.
Do I not know that? This isn't good. Can't I just keep doing things like I've been? Everything you wanted me to...
Shut up. He's trying to blackmail me. Found out what we're really doing here. He's a threat, man. We can't leave him here alive.
The veracity is questionable.
Don't fall for his act, Walters. He'll say anything to get what he wants. All the attempts to blackmail, manipulate, he's not what he seems. I need you to trust me on this.
Never said he... Never... I knew there was... Fixer was not right in the head. Stick one in yours.
Trust you to execute someone. The Fixer's not the threat here, Mejia. Just put the gun down, come back to base, and help us with the intel we need. If you're right and it comes to nothing, what have you lost?
Everything! You don't get it, do you? The Fixer's fucking evil. You have any idea what he's capable of? The things he's done? If we leave him alive, he'll ruin it all. I'm trying to protect us.
Intellectually? It's just maddening.
Keep your mouth shut. Don't you see? This is what he does. The pills, the riot, he manipulates people, man. Worms his way into everything and makes it sick. This is done us like an idiot to seem harmless. It's all bullshit.
I'm not sure I believe that. And even if I did, it doesn't mean you get to shoot him.
Fine. Then you fucking shoot him. He's as big a threat to you as he is to me. If we don't kill him, our cover's blown. Jesus, man. You're actually willing to jeopardize an agent for... what? This sociopath?
Omega. Confront about
Stop
Wilberg.
pretending this is all about your cover with Interpol. You want to kill the Fixer for the same reason you killed Wilberg. To protect your interests with Junkyard. He recorded you both arguing about it. I heard everything.
The job was to get as deep as possible with Junkyard. Running that harvesting op kept me as close as I could. I needed to keep up the act.
That's a lie. If Wilberg was a real threat to you, you could have called Interpol. You had options. You chose not to take them.
Look, I'm not the enemy, Walters. He is. Everything that gets people killed in this place, he's at the heart of it. He's the one whispering revolution in Flossie's ear. He's the one carving up bodies. And as for Stenger, why don't you ask him?
Mr. Stenger is very dead. All of him. This place is violent, yes, and moldy, and they always get your name wrong. And I want to leave now. I want to go where you're going.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? Bust you out so you can stick your forked little tongue in everyone's ear. He's smarter than we are, man. Put him in a room with Interpol, and they'll eat up every one of his lies. We can't let that happen. Please, Walters, remember who we are. I need to know you've got my back.
Yeah, how much you want to bet that I was right and the Fixer murdered Stenger, like slit his throat when he wasn't paying attention?
This isn't about the Fixer anymore, Mahia. Forget the job or Interpol or terror threats. This is about you, an agent. It's about a man who needs to remember why he's really here. He shouldn't forget who he is, what he's constructed.
I was told to infiltrate Junkyard. I'm supposed to maintain my cover at all costs.
You were supposed to expose them, but I think you've forgotten that part. You've been left in the dark too long, but you can still come back. Help us do our jobs, Hector. Come back before it's too late.
Don't you dare use that name, Walters. Hector is fucking dead. It's 2 years too late for a pep talk. Interpol doesn't get to throw me in the deep end and then tell me I swam out too far.
Bitter, adrift, but loyal, Hector Guerrero has spent too long pretending to be something he is not. His undercover operation experiences have aggressively reshaped his perspective and priorities. He cornered an animal, no longer sure of who he is or what side he is on. He will do anything to survive. So he's basically like Vince Black from the main game. He got so caught up in being a double agent, he kind of lost it.
I'm not speaking to you as Interpol. I'm speaking to you as a fellow agent. I know what it's like to play two sides. To get so caught up in the lies you start believing them. The price we pay to get close to something that's out of reach.
I didn't get close. I got in. Less than 2 years and JY accepted me. Trusted me. That's where their strength comes from. From loyalty. From recognition. 6 years with Interpol, and I still needed a keycard to piss.
I get it. I've been there. Balancing loyalties isn't easy. Playing someone you're not. Doing things you don't believe in to keep up appearances.
You and me are the same now? You've been under 1 day. I've been under, what? You said yourself, 26 months? You have no idea the choices I had to make. I did things. Revealed things Interpol won't forgive. I'm not going back.
It was never going to be easy. There's a reason guys like us get asked to infiltrate the places we do. It's because there's some part of us that doesn't have to pretend. Believe me, I've been where you are. Holding a gun to someone's head. You still have choices you can make.
You're gonna have to tell me what they are, man. Interpol expects me to be someone I'm not. Junkyard expects me to keep being someone that only makes sense in here. Either way, I gotta pretend. And either way, someone comes after me. What am I supposed to do?
Help us. Help me. Come back with me as an agent. An agent who made mistakes and who's willing to recognize them.
What if I can't? They look me in the eyes, man, and they'll see I'm not one of them anymore.
But I know they'll listen. As long as you prove to them you can still be a positive force. Helping us with this terrorist threat will go a long way. After that, if all you want in return is a ticket out, I don't see how they can say no.
I trust you. But what about Worthmuller? If he didn't know too much before, he sure as hell does now.
Leave me alone with him. I'll make the call.
Speak to the fixer. Oh, I can finally save again. Thank you, Lord. Ugh. I must have counteracted the bug by deleting all the saves. Didn't have to restart the console at all. Speak to fixer. I'll speak to fixer.
Please don't ask me to do anything. I think he's broken.
I'm starting to think everyone is.
It's the institution. These walls weren't designed with serenity in mind.
No, they weren't. They were designed to hold people and keep them from getting out. For good reason most of the time.
Most of the time, yes. Except you two. You were different. You wanted to be here.
Just how much do you know? How worried should I be?
I know there's no such thing as Walters or Mejia. I know you were both sent here to pretend, and I know, at some point, one of you forgot he was pretending.
Mm-hmm. And are you planning on sharing this information?
Like Hollywood.
Anyone who knows me knows. It's not my nature to plan anything.
Yeah, they're like Hollywood. They spent too much time in a bubble pretending to be so many other things, they left their brains out the window.
You were able to keep Flossie's plans to yourself, and you played a part in Junkyard's operation, an operation not a lot of people knew about. So I know you've kept secrets before.
It's easier when no one suspects. If no one suspects, no one asks. People tend not to give me a lot of credit.
Is that all it is? Someone asks you something, you have no choice but to tell them the truth, to do whatever they tell you?
Father taught me to obey. Some men remind me more than others. Makes it hard to disappoint.
Men like Flossie, like Stenger, like Mejia.
Men like wolves. No shortage of them in here.
No shortage of them anywhere.
Do I bring him along? Or do I leave him behind? I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure. Huh. Well, we know he is dangerous. So it's probably not a good idea. But if we leave him behind, he can still continue doing what he's doing. And keep being more dangerous. I don't know, to be honest. Okay. He was sent in here, but then he ended up getting part of the operation, but to bring him along... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I should bring him or not. But... shit. Well, I'll bring him along.
I'm not sure who's in more danger here, you or everyone stuck here with you. But this definitely isn't a good place for you to be.
Where are we going?
I don't know about the we yet. But wherever you end up, you're gonna have to be more selective in who you're willing to do things for. And more selective in the things you're willing to do.
Yeah, that sounds complicated.
Doesn't have to be. Just stay away from hurting other people. Try not to let them hurt you.
Anything you say, Jack.
Umlauts or no umlauts. Whatever that means. Huh. Honestly, I don't know if bringing him here was the right choice, if taking him is a good choice or not. We're gonna have to break out. Like, I'm not... I don't really know. Like, I mean, we saw what happened to Stanger. So... ah, fuck it.
Convinced me. I got no problem doing this your way.
Oh, do I have time to get
Yeah. Screw it. End the mission. No more debating. And we got the shades back on.
What did you do?
Code of Conduct
Adam?
trophy.
Excuse me?
You were saying you found Agent Guerrero on the roof holding Worthmuller at gunpoint. What did you do?
I feel like I've answered this question already.
Time can change a lot of things, Adam. Especially memories. I know you don't like doing this, but it helps. Both of us. Please. How did you resolve the confrontation with Agent Guerrero?
I killed him. Deflect. I cut him loose.
I brought Agent Guerrero back with me. Whatever he was still an agent and worth saving. With or without the intel.
Wait. So, to be absolutely clear, you brought him back?
That's what I said. Is there a problem with the file?
There's no record of... The report doesn't say where he ended up exactly. But that's not unusual. He was a valuable asset and the information I have is limited, so... Have you had any contact with Agent Guerrero since?
No. After settling our differences, He's no longer my responsibility. I don't know where he's gone.
Okay. Well, you've been through so much these past months, and it's keeping things up to date. It's an ongoing process. Something we'll continue working through together.
That's it? No more questions?
I have more than I need for now. Thank you so much for coming in like this, Adam. I know it's not your favorite thing in the world, but it's been very useful, making sure we're all on the same page.
Criminal pass trophy. Is there a deflect?
What's wrong, Adam?
Or that?
Is there something else you want to say?
Yeah. I have a question for you, Doc. If you were in my position, if you had a feeling, a suspicion, that the agent in front of you was bad, and you could take them out, right there, right then, no questions asked, would you do it?
I suppose it depends on what you think you know, Adam. If I really felt, deep down, that the person in front of me was no longer on my side, then maybe I would. Understanding when to pull that trigger is the single most important instinct an agent can possess.
You know, Guerrero was right.
About what?
The terror attack. Never happened. Gotta wonder what else he was right about.
So we went in there for nothing anyway, but we did expose a harvesting ring. So the intended objective was a complete failure, but we ended up uncovering something else instead. It was either deflect or I let him go, but I think the letting him go kind of solidified more instead of just playing word games. But then again, the Illuminati, as we've learned, screwed with Adam's memory, and we know from the main game that Delara was really an agent the whole time, keeping tabs on him. And by agent, I mean Illuminati agent. Well, I'll be damned. That was, well, that's Criminal Past, and I'm honestly kind of surprised. That was a decent DLC expansion. I liked it. You know, this was what, you know, I feel out of all the 3 mission DLCs, this was the one that had the prime excuse for being separate from the other game, because it's separate from the main story. It's technically set after the event, after Mankind Divided, but you know, it's like a flashback, tells of an early op that he did for Task Force 29, and I liked it. It gave me kind of like the Deus Ex equivalent of Chronicles of Riddick, Butcher Bay, you know, stuck in a sci-fi prison, wheeling and dealing, and then eventually breaking out. Granted, it's not as graphic as that game is, and I still haven't beaten it, and I really need to. But that's what it got. That's the vibe it gave me, like Butcher Bay, but with Adam Jensen instead. And just like the previous DLC System Rift, you start off going in for one thing, only to come out with another thing. And it was told very naturally, not you know, pretentious or any of that bull crap. And the dialogue and character writing is still top notch as ever. We went in there to bust Chris Ray Gunn out. That's what he reminds me of. He's like cock. I mean, he's supposed to be. I think he's supposed to be either Hispanic, I think, or Spanish. But, you know, Chris Ray Gunn, you know, he looks as white as Caucasian, yet has a New York accent, as New York as they come, but he's really Puerto Rican. That's what he looks like. He looks like if they took Chris Ray Gunn and put him in a game. I don't know if that's if he would find that flattering or what, but for me it's kind of hilarious. And, you know, we found out there was an organ harvesting ring happening the whole time. And the terror attack, that that we thought he knew about was bullshit. But yeah, that was a good expansion. Pretty lengthy, couple of parts, took longer than I expected. And it is less liberating in terms of its gameplay than the main game, but it kind of fits. You've been wheeled into a prison, and so everything's been restricted and more on rails than usual. And by rails, I mean I have to, it's like before, when I had all the new augmentations, like the remote hacking, I could just pretty much just freely breeze through everything without firing a shot. But because you're taking place before the events of the main game, it makes sense they would strip all your augmentations away. It makes more sense than the other two DLCs where you have to redo everything. Whereas this, it makes more sense, and they do give you the option. They do give you the option of playing with the new augmentations if you wanted to throw continuity out the window. I chose not to do that. I chose to go with the old augmentations to be in line with it, which made things a bit more difficult. But I still had fun with it. It was definitely difficult, with a lot of security cameras everywhere, a lot of them I couldn't find deactivate until I found another security terminal on the other end of the room. But I do like that the environment kind of changed with time. Like, you went and did an objective, then the prisoners made a move, then you went and did another objective, and the guards made a different move. So the areas I had been in by the second half were, in terms of who was in there, was ever changing by depending on what objective I did, and it was it had a very big heaping helping of side quests. Well, specifically points of interest, and the acting and Adam Jensen's great as ever. It's a good expansion. I liked it. It's a shame, however, that it's probably the only expansion to Deus Ex that honestly deserved to be in Jensen stories when everything else should have been folded into the main game. And because Mankind Divided sold less than Square Enix, the fools, wanted, the game was, of course, shit-canned. And Lord knows when we'll ever get another Deus Ex game. It's already 2019, and 2019 is like 2/3 of the way over. So it's been, what, 4 years? Or 3 years? Yeah, 3 years. So we're touching on 4, and since then, Square has put Eidos Montreal onto working on that stupid Avengers game, which literally anyone could have made, as it's just walk forward cutscene, beat 'em up, quick time event again. Like, really? You had to put Eidos on that game when their pedigree is far better than that piece of shit. So we're halfway down another 5 years, considering that it took 5 freaking years for this game to come out. So Lord knows if the third Adam Jensen Deus Ex game comes out in the next 2 years. I hope it does. It pisses me off that it's going to take, at this rate, 1 game for 3 console generations. Human Revolution for the PS3, this game for the PS4, and then, depending on the timing involved, likely PS5 for the next game. And Lord knows if Eidos will ever do a complete edition of this game. It's already been 2 years. 2 or 3 years since it was first released. Hell, Human Revolution got a director's cut like about a year after the original game. So who knows at this rate? And I can only hope that these games get another chance. perhaps a compilation with everything, you know, slightly remastered, and leading up to the next game, kind of like what Capcom did with the Devil May Cry games. At least I can only assume, and rather more specifically hope. So, I already technically reviewed the main game, so I'm not going to do that again. But I do hope that with the next Deus Ex game, they give more level variety. That was my main problem with the main story for Mankind Divided. I did not think there was enough location variety. You were in Prague pretty much 90% of the time. Golem City, you're there once, and only once. Garm was just a simple 2-room area with really nothing special in it. And then you had the London mission to cap it off, which honestly was the better of the, which between you and me, Golem was the best of the main missions, not counting Dubai, which was your introduction. Prague was fun, but again, it could have been more. I mean, Human Revolution had what? Detroit, Hengsha as your two main hub areas, followed by what was it? The FEMA facility, Montreal, Panchea, Singapore, the docks area. No, I'm not going to count the docks in Hengsha. And the Missing Link DLC, which had two areas, a tanker ship and the bell tower secret facility. So that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 areas total, packed with numerous missions, both main and optional. And optional. This game had what? Prague, Dubai, Garm, which was ridiculously short and not that special, honestly. Golem, and London. That's 5. Way less. But, to the game's credit, the gameplay was much improved from Human Revolution, so I can't take points away from there. And of course, but as far as the DLC, so yeah, gameplay is great. I think they can definitely add some more stuff into the next one, but in terms of a level variety, I hope that they add more, because I was left wanting more. I really was, in terms of location variety. But on the plus side, all the environments, including the DLC levels, are like, almost to an obsessive-compulsive degree, are packed with so much content, so it almost makes up for it. Almost. So in a strange way, it kind of balances things out. It's like Human Revolution had more environments, but the gameplay did kind of leave one a bit stressed out, especially when it came to managing your energy reserves. Whereas Mankind Divided was less on the level variety, but managed to improve the gameplay, conversation system, and of course the interactivity of everything else in the game. So I really gotta commend it for that, at least. And of course, but as far as the DLCs are concerned, they could have been better in terms of their management. As for the ones I liked, Criminal Pass and System Rift, in my opinion, are the two best ones. I personally like System Rift a bit more because you got the whole reunion with Pritchard, and
Jensen,
and you start off in a neighborhood outside the Palisade, and then you went to the Palisade, and it had all the variety of the typical sneaking around, and then going into the virtual world again. So, but the Criminal Pass one was good too, in its own little, side story. Honestly, I wouldn't have minded more proper Jensen stories. Like, obviously, Eidos Montreal wanted to do much more than they ended up doing, because Square Enix sucks. They're pretty much the Japanese EA at this point. They really are. Not as bad, but they're up there. So Lord knows how many other stories we could have gotten. whereas these two should have been into the game itself, especially this one. This, I originally said that I thought System Rift came around the same time the game came out. Jensen, it didn't. It came out later. So, but all the same, but hey, Missing Link came out later for Human Revolution, and that was eventually implemented into the main game via the director's cut. So why they couldn't have learned from that and done it with System Rift, let alone Desperate Measures, bugs the fuck out of me. Hell, in the Human Revolution, you had the Tracer Tong level, which
nice work with the train, Shane.
Which was fused into the main game, whereas Desperate Measures, just by coming out at the same time as Day 1 DLC, which is an abhorrent practice, for whatever reason was not, especially since it ties in with the main plot of the yellow-hooded bomber, Ivan, who was shown off to death in the original trailers. And you see him in the beginning of the game when you when you come off the train to Ruzika Station for the first time. So yeah, the DLCs and how they were released was freaking atrocious, but I will give credit in terms of their content. You know, in terms of adding more well, granted it wasn't fused done well is what I liked, but I do give credit to how the actual playing of them goes. System Rift and Criminal Pass being my personal favorite of the three. And as for Criminal Pass itself, it's a fun DLC. Definitely longer than the other two, that's for sure. And very different, at least from my experience with the rest of the game. Especially given that you start off pretty much back to square one and restricted, and you have to work your way back to a degree that involves dealing with people you don't want to be associated with. And I'm convinced that there's some references here and there. Like, I'm convinced that the Floppy or Flossie or whatever his name is, like the guy with the hat and the glasses, I'm convinced he's supposed to be a reference to the religious leader from Alien 3. Only a bit more radical than he was. I mean, he wears glasses like he does, for God's sake, and he's African American like he is. I don't know, maybe I'm just reaching, but that's what it felt like. All the same, I enjoyed it. I wish there was more. Hell, but it is what it is, I suppose. All the same, I'm glad I could give Deus Ex Mankind Divided the attention it has so long deserved. This was the first game I bought when I first got the PS4 Pro. Or just the PS4 in general. And it's taken me 2 years to finally get to the game in general. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, and I'm finally glad I could get the game the attention it deserves. Honestly, despite my grievances with how it was handled, content-wise, the game is definitely better than the sum of its parts, and did not deserve the crapping even so-called professional reviewers gave it, like one of the big sticking ones being the ending. Like, really? The ending here was better than Human Revolution's ending was, that's for sure. At least you actually get resolution. And the game telling you, hey, here's the stuff that happened and what influence and how it all ended due to your influence. So I appreciate that. So, 3 years after it's been released, I still say, despite all the horrible DLC issues and some of the level issues, including that awful save glitch, I still say go out and buy the game. It's well worth it. If you still have a PS3 or an Xbox 360, definitely get Human Revolution, preferably the director's cut, because that's the version that has everything and improved the gameplay to an extent from the base version, and with all the DLC weapons and levels implemented into it, giving you the definitive package. So definitely get that game. And as for Mankind Divided, yeah, despite the DLCs and shit and all that, definitely go and give the game the support it deserves. It definitely should have gotten more than it than it got when it came out. Although I partially blame that for Square Enix for trying to push a game to make overblown numbers that it was never going to achieve. I mean, let's be honest, Deus Ex is not... I mean, it's a celebrated series, but it's not, quote, mainstream. Like, this is a much more niche game despite its legacy. I mean, the original game was celebrated and won Game of the Year awards all over the place, but come on, ask any regular normie gamer about it. They'll probably look at you like you're crazy. These days, it's all Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Battlefield, so on and so forth. Like the most run-of-the-mill generic games you can think of. Whereas games like Deus Ex is the kind that only come out once in a blue moon and nobody ever talks about. So, shame on Square Enix for trying to get the game to push numbers it was never going to be able to achieve. God forbid that they be satisfied with middle market numbers. But it is what it is, and we can only pray that we eventually do get a third game in the Adam Jensen story. Hell, while we're at it, remaster/remake the original game and Invisible War 2 while you're at it. Those just definitely deserve a comeback. I mean, if they can remake System Shock, they can remake those too. So, not much else to say. I think I've ranted enough. I've completed everything. I am debating whether or not I do want to do a second playthrough of the main game, especially since there were decisions that I didn't take. Granted, I got the best ending possible in my initial playthrough, but it does kind of leave me wondering where else I missed, like the Church of the Machine God, and speaking to Allison. So that's something I'll have on the back burner indefinitely. I don't know if I will do that, but I'll keep it in mind whenever I have downtime and I don't have anything else vying for my attention. So, as far as I'm concerned at the moment, until such times, that's it for Deus Ex Mankind Divided, both the main playthrough and this second playthrough for the Jensen stories. And I'm going to probably take a break for a while. I want to try and platinum Monster Hunter World before Iceborne comes out. Next month. It's July 28th, so it's going to be a couple of days till August starts, so give or take. But there will be one game coming out before that, which is a game that should have been released in the States years and years ago, and that is Metal Wolf Chaos XD, one of the most American games ever to be made that was never made in America, in which you play as the President of the United States in an armored core mech taking back the country from a coup d'etat force with super weapons and crazy dialogue that's so bad it's good at the same time. Like that game is a legend in some circles, and I can't wait to finally play it myself. But for the most part, I'll be trying to get the gold trophy for Ner Gigante and platinum that game, which I honestly should have done a long time ago, but I got bored of Monster Hunter after a while due to, content having finally, petered out. But I'll try to make up for lost time, and when Iceborne comes out, I'll head straight into that. And as for Metal Wolf, well, I'll get to that when I get to that, I suppose. So that does it for the Jensen Stories playthrough of Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Enjoyed the game despite the flaws, and I hope you all did too. And I had a lot of fun with it despite my blunders, especially where saving was concerned. So, and again, apologies for last night's drama. I let myself get a little too, angsty. I should have known better, and, if anyone was watching last night, but water under the bridge. Just need to try to, plan my streams a bit better, so that way I don't inconvenience other people, nor do I make myself look bad, and that's the last thing I want to do. I mean, I'm human, but at the same time, I still gotta learn how to be better at it, you know what I mean? So, all that aside, thank y'all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and especially comment when the video is processed, and I'll definitely be back with more. And as for Deus Ex, I'm praying for more to come in the... So, thank y'all for watching. Hey.